since he was a small child. It will always it had a very strong ideology. Always stood for that. He never never mind if it was a teacher in school or somebody that if he thought that somebody was insulted, like or somebody was bullied by somebody, so he always stood for the one that he suffered. So that's it was he used to also when he was a teenager later on, and when he used to walk to downtown Jerusalem and at night with friends, and he thought that maybe he saw police asking for questions, illegal immigrants. So, for example, like from we have from Eritrea, and he used to face the policeman and ask him, why do you ask him? Why? Because he's black? What's the? Whenever he suspected that there is something that is not according to the justice, he would stand and oppose it. This was since he was a small child. And in his belief, he was an anarchist in the positive way. I mean, what you have done there, it's against all the training that you learned. I mean, normally, I mean, he knew very well what's a grenade. He had grenade. The soldier was already 2.5 years in the army, so he knew and always when you throw a grenade, I mean, as I remember, when I was a soldier also. So it's a very frightening. That's the only thing he could have done because he was in a room. He was in this small shelter, the Migunit, which a place for maybe 6 people who can stand there normally, and it inhabit 28 people that were there inside. And when the grenade is thrown in such a condition inside, I mean, it's a death for everyone that is next to the grenade. So the only thing is to do is to take the grenade out. But nobody thought about that before he did it. I mean, an historian told us that since the grenade was invented, there is no any evidence of somebody doing such a thing anywhere in the world because people are afraid from grenades. It's not something that you have to touch. But he was unarmed. He was in the party. He was with sandals and t-shirt. He came to celebrate, and these are people that I mean, all these trans parties. I mean, there's people that the slogan is love and peace. That's the slogan of the party. There were people from 40 nations. There were the Jews, Christians, Muslims, Bedouin, Hindus, Buddhists. I mean, from 5 religion people were there, and the terrorists that came, they slaughtered everybody. It's not that they planned to launch. They didn't know about the festival. I mean, the festival is something that is the location of it is something that nobody knows before a day before that. I mean, they get the location. It's part of the tradition of this kind of parties. So only the organizer knew where the party will be, and they got the approval of the police. So it was a surprise for everyone, and they were surprised that I believe the terrorists when they came, although they attacked it very well because they attacked it from both sides. Nobody was able to flee from the main road that led to the location of the party because they blocked it in both sides, and they began the slaughter. But I don't think that therefore I don't think that they planned on this festival. But I think that it symbolized what they indeed planned on the 7th of October. They planned to enter all the kibbutzim and the villages in the surrounding to kidnap as much as they can and to kill and slaughter as much as they can. That was and these are all civilians, people in the surrounding, people that used to I mean, the Palestinians from Gaza used to work there. They in time of tension, these people used to send money to the families in Gaza because they can't work anymore. It happened in the battle that Aner held for more than half an hour. He was with t-shirt and sandal. He had nothing on him, only t-shirt and sandal, but he had something very very strong to stand against them. That's moral and humanity. And he came with a flag of humanity and moral. He didn't know the people in the shelter. He didn't know them. I mean, he met them only a few minutes before that, but he was certain that this is what he should do. If he had any way to postpone the slaughter or to prevent it even, so he would have to do. He must do it. And he told the people there. We heard it from the survivors when he told them, "I will stand on the front. You can all lie down." As you can see here in the picture, so you can see here. That's a minute before they entered. So you see him standing. Yeah, you see it, and you see all the people who are lying down on the floor, covering their heads, and then they started to throwing the grenades. And we have records. There is a record because one of the girls that were killed there, she was a journalist, and she recorded. And when she died, the recorder in the phone continued for 3 more hours to record what happened. And we hear what you can hear the grenade hitting the floor in the shelter, and Aner is throwing it, and you see people are whispering, "What a hero! What a hero! He's such a king." It's kind of, you say it in Hebrew, "He's a melech." What a king he is, throwing all the grenades, and you see there's the movie that was taken by the vehicle, by the car camera. 9 minutes each. I mean, each minute is a movie, and in each movie you see one grenade coming out. In the sixth grenade, you even see the hands of Aner with his sleeve.
So you weren't surprised by his reaction to save other people? Is that what he would have done naturally? Put himself forward, put himself in
Yes, yes,
danger?
but no, I didn't know that he could make a. I mean, when his friends and I mean the people that know him from childhood, all of them said that if he would have if he would have wanted, so he could run from Gaza to Jerusalem without stopping on the way, because he was a very good athlete. But they said that on the same moment they said that, but they were definite that if there is something that he can help, he will never leave the people behind. And this is something very, very typical for him. Only on the holiday, and it was on Saturday, we understood in late afternoon that it was somebody attacked the party, and we understood that he didn't. And I phoned the army and asked if he was if they have any connection with him, and his commander said that he spoke with him 6 o'clock in the morning, but and he told him that he'll be in half an hour, but he said now it's already 11:30, and he didn't come, so nobody knew what happened to him. Then we heard that there was an attack on the party, so we understood that something has happened, but we tried to reach him by phone, but there was no answer. And but we understood that it's not good. I mean, because and then we saw all the movies of people fleeing from the party, but we called all the people. I mean, we called the kibbutzim in the area where the people fled to, and they said that there is no Aner Shapira among the survivor list. And for a few days, till Monday, we didn't know anything. We were searching hospitals because there were many people not identified. So all the family have split, and we have 6 small kids, and we have a big family, and everybody went to different hospitals and tried to find out. And then we had a location of his phone, so we have sent people to search there. people that were connected to the army, because it was a military zone. Nobody was able to enter, but they didn't find anything because all the bodies were taken from there to an army base in center of Israel. 1,200 bodies of civilians and soldiers that were killed that day. Most of them, the majority, were civilians that were killed. And only on Monday, we suddenly got a phone call from a young girl, and she said that she was with Aner in that shelter. She said, due to him, I'm alive. He managed everything there, but and thanks to him, I'm alive. That's it. And we didn't know. I mean, she didn't say anything about the grenades, but when they understood that he made something, she wasn't able to speak because after he was killed and the terrorists entered and they kidnapped 4 people, they start shooting all the rest, and the survivors last there like 7 hours in bodies. And they said it was like a pile of bodies that they were inside of it, and the people were dying around them for 7 hours. They were bleeding to death till 2 civilians, Israelis, came and rescued the ones that were left. But all the people that were bleeding, they bled to death. And it's a very long time, but it's I feel like it was yesterday, because we're still in war. It's not that the war stopped, and even it get worse even now. I mean, with the Iran is entering the war. We have the Houthis from Yemen. We have the Hezbollah from the north, and the legacy that Aner gave us, that you can fight even if you don't have at that moment you don't have a weapon and they're fully armed. I mean, there were 20 people against him, and he succeeded fighting them only with moral and values for more than half an hour. And eventually, he didn't succeed in saving his own life, but he succeeded in saving others. And this is, I believe, it's a legacy, and it's a legacy. But it tells us also that when you see something such a evil occurred, so you have to face it, and with all the means that you have, and you can't let it continue.